Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dr. Ganatra, author of Reinventing Dentistry and creator of Dental Practice Mastery, where we teach you how to build, market, and grow your own practice. So in this video, I wanted to talk to you about something kind of unique that happened to me this week in my practice here in Orange County, California. You know, I've been in this office now for a little bit, almost 10 years, and so much has happened, and I'm so fortunate to really have some amazing patients in our practice. And I can go on and on about the stories that I hear every year with such incredible people going through such intense situations in their life, or maybe it's some sort of emotional turbulence that they went through that they overcame. It's just been such a gift getting to know these patients, these people that come into our office and really have an impact on me and our team here in our practice. But this week, something happened to me that was, I don't know, I just felt really pierced, and I felt that it was very touching, and I wanted to share that with you because it reminded me of an element of what we do that's so humane, that's so, it taps into the soul. And I feel like we have the privilege here as dentists or any healthcare provider, or maybe even another field that you may be in, we have the privilege to be really impactful and also impacted by what others can say or do with us and to us in our practice. So let me kind of give you the story. It's not going to take too long, but I think you're going to get some good things out of this, and I really think you're going to take away some really valuable insights that hopefully you can just roll around and use in your day-to-day life and your practice. So I was, a patient came in this week, and they've been coming to see me for many years, and I saw him about 6 months ago for his cleaning, and essentially he was just not doing too good mentally, emotionally. He had a lot of stuff going on in his life, and he was really at kind of I guess on wit's end, was really ready to kind of call it quits in life and really give it all up, and he was just sick of his life, and he just did not feel good about where he was, what he was doing, and where things were going at all. So I pretty much sat there and I talked to him just like I do all of our patients, and gave him the same attention and energy, but I gave him some encouragement, I gave him some motivation, I gave him some some presence on his situation. I was there with him, I was talking to him, and I encouraged him, and I hopefully got him to see some hope and some a bigger future than where he was. And I really did it out of the sincerity of my heart, because I really cared about this person, just because he's another person and he is going through the same struggles that many of us go through on different levels. So out of that place, I gave him some of that encouragement, I gave him some of that presence, and I did it just like I would do or just like I would try to do with most of our patients. And the appointment went, fine. We cleaned his teeth. He went back home, and I forgot about it. I thought, oh wow, hopefully this guy's okay, and I just forgot about it. And this week, that same person came into the practice again to get his regular cleaning done. And the hygienist finished up with the cleaning, and I went in there to do the treatment plan, or just the exam. And essentially what happened was, as soon as I walked in, I asked him, just like I do with all of our patients, "Hey, how you doing, man? What's going on?" And he said, "You know what? I haven't been out of my house in weeks." And I was like, "Oh, it must be," and I just jokingly was like, it must not be too bad if you're here at the dentist. If you haven't been out of your home in weeks, but you made it to the dentist, that's probably not too bad. You're doing pretty good." Because most people don't just crawl into the dentist if they haven't been out of their house in weeks. And he looked at me, when I said that. He looked at me right in the eye, and he said something that really kind of pierced me, and really, I felt like it was really touching. And what he said was, "I came in here, Dr. Ganatra, because you count." And I was like, wow, what a concept. He said he came in because you count. And I was like, wow, what does he mean by that? And I think after talking to him, he meant that I counted in his day, I counted in his life, and I counted in what I had an impact on with him from that last meeting. And essentially that's what it was. We sat down, we talked. I had 3 other patients in other chairs, but this was important. When he said that, and I sat down, I said, oh wow, thank you for saying that. And I really appreciate that sentiment. I'm honored that you feel that way. And he said, what you told me 6 months ago really had an impact on me. And, I've been going through some really tough times in this last month. He had 3 people in his life that have passed away. And he said that, what? All I could do is I thought about what you had told me 6 months ago about things, and I kept your words in my mind. He goes, I was so close to calling you, and I just didn't want to bug you. And at that point I said, hey, you know what, we're here, we're open, we're here for you. I'm super, I'm honored that you're, feeling motivated to move forward. And, you really need to kind of make sure that you stay there. And I gave him some more words of encouragement. But the point I wanted to make to you was that it's something that probably has happened to you as well. Is you have a conversation with someone and you meet them, and then you say things, you do things, and then you leave, and you forget about it. But we here in our field as dentists have the ability and the opportunity to have such an impact with these patients that we may even take this for granted. And I urge you to kind of look inside of your day, inside of your roster of patients, inside of what you do with the people you meet in your life, and really kind of reconsider the depth of impact that you could be having on these people. And it doesn't happen sometimes knowingly. And just like it did with me, I didn't know that we had such an impact on him last time I saw him. And he was so, gracious with his compliments, but I started thinking, wow, I had no clue I had that much of an impact. And I want you to remember that the people you speak with in your practice, the people you see in your office, you're going to have an impact, and you're going to make a mark on their minds, their hearts, and even their ability to feel good about themselves. So don't take that lightly. Take that with the utmost honor, the respect, and take that with a sense of humbleness, because not everybody gets that opportunity. And we here as dentists do. And this person who came in this week made me feel like, wow, you know what we said, what we did counted. And because of that, he was he was on his, pretty much at the end of his emotional line, and he wanted to almost call me and call us and talk to us. Obviously he didn't, but he made it a point to tell me that what I told him really stuck with him. And how many patients do you have that maybe you're going to say stuff to them, irregardless of their treatment plan, irregardless of their dentistry? Maybe you're going to say something to them. Maybe you are going to give them a message from your heart about life, about living, about, how to go about their day, and about motivation, about the next, how the position that they're in right now doesn't define their future. Patients don't want to just hear about dentistry. They want to hear about how can you make their life, their day better because you were in it. And don't hold that place in society to a low, or don't undermine that place for yourself, because you're there. You have the privilege of seeing these patients, these people every day, and you're there to have an impact on them. And you can have an impact on them. You just have to really dive into yourself and to really feel that, you can do this. And you can really change someone's life just by talking to them, just by being there for them, just by giving them the presence, the insights that you've accumulated through your life outside of just the dentistry. You're going to do the dental work on them, but more importantly, you're also going to have an inspiring and encouraging impact on their life. So this week, today, this weekend, whenever you're watching this, take inventory, take stock of this, and realize that when you go see your patients tomorrow or this next week, you have the ability and the opportunity and the doorway that is created between you and them to step into their lives and to have such an impact on them. Don't take that lightly. Make sure you give all of yourself. Make sure you are, really focused when you're in the room, and make sure you're really bringing your highest self into the room when you're talking to your patients. Because I can tell you this, if someone can come and from a point of, feeling really sad about their life to a point of actually coming back to the dental office so that way they can have a conversation, they can meet, they can connect, it tells me that, we have that option, that ability to make great things that happen in people's lives. And you're not any different. You have that ability to do that as well, and you're privileged that you can see people and see patients and have that impact. Don't take it lightly. Go out there tomorrow, this week, whenever it is, and really bring the best of you into some or all of your patients, okay? So I hope this video helped. It's a little bit different than what I usually make for you, but I wanted to kind of get something from the heart out to you. It really impacted me. It got me thinking about, the impact and the thing that we can have, the things that we can have influence our patients with, and it really got me thinking about that. So ask yourself, you count for someone, and I bet you it's someone that you may not even think of that's thinking of you and that you've made a difference in their life, and you don't even know. So realize that it's possible, and you can make great things happen for other people with your position and your role and what you do in our field and in your day. So good luck. I hope this helped. I hope I didn't go on too much about it, but it was really a strong point in my day, and I wanted to share that with you. Until the next video, have a wonderful day, live inspired, and I'll see you then.